The U.S. economy is growing around 1%. So with tepid growth, it means most voters are going to the polls with concerns about job security, wages, and future earnings. Some business leaders who are prominent conservatives have denounced Donald Trump's plan for the economy. My next guest says the Trump plan beats the Clinton plan hands down. Andy Puzder is with me now. He is the CEO of CKE Restaurants. It owns Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. He is also an economic advisor, that is, to Donald Trump. Andy, welcome. I want to ask you about the tone, where you are in just a minute. But why, as a businessman, are Donald Trump's ideas so much better in your mind? Because I know you had a few disagreements, a few points of divergence, but better for the business community overall than Hillary Clinton's.
Well, first of all, what we need is growth to create jobs, as you noted. Then employees will compete for employees. Employers will compete for employees, which will drive up wages. So Donald Trump has a very pro-growth tax plan. Hillary Clinton's tax plan is basically based on income redistribution. Donald Trump has a very pro-growth energy plan. Hillary Clinton's plan is basically based on trying to address climate change. Donald Trump wants to reduce regulations, and as somebody who built buildings in New York City, he certainly knows that we need to reduce regulations. Hillary Clinton, every problem she sees, she thinks has a government solution that requires a regulation, a law, or a new agency. So on a growth scale, there's no question that Donald Trump his plan would create economic growth, where Hillary Clinton's would really keep us on the same no-growth path that we've had the past 7 years with Barack Obama.
So, Andy, I know in this Wall Street Journal op-ed, you also said some words that are delight to individual ears and business ears, which is simplifying the tax code. And you feel like he is going to follow through on that if he gets into office?
Absolutely. Again, as a businessman, he knows how important it is to make this tax code simpler, fairer, to make the rates flatter, so that people can actually understand the tax code, understand what they're paying and why, so we don't have this huge billion-dollar industry of people preparing tax returns. He absolutely will, and working with Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan also has a plan out there, which is very similar to Donald Trump's. They're both pro-growth. They would both reduce the tax code and make it flatter and fairer.
Yeah, because that 15% corporate tax rate would be an absolute boon to U.S. corporations and allow a lot more businesses to actually keep money in the U.S. and perhaps, as you alluded to earlier, hire more U.S. workers. It can't be anything but good or stimulative, as most people say it. I want to ask you.
It would also allow businesses to reinvest the monies they earn overseas in the United States. That's really the big problem with this corporate inversion issue, is if you make money in Germany, if you're a German company, you can invest it in America without paying any tax. If you're an American company, you've got to pay the American tax, which is the highest in the world. So we'll be able to bring money back here. Capital investment means jobs. And if we can have jobs, people are going to be working and incomes are going to go up. It really is that simple.
It's really that simple, and businessman to businessman, I'm sure Donald Trump values your opinion greatly. Andy Puzder, thank you so much for the time. Glad to have you here.
Thanks, Deirdre.